Okay, so today I'm going to talk about a wire cutter that I made. Sort of like a jig, really. This thing here actually came from a a stapler. It's an automatic stapler. When you put the paper in, it actually make a click like this, and then it's an actuator, and it pushes down, and it makes a and it stapled the metal to the piece of paper. So that's what I did. I just took that off because I knew that it'll hit like this. And there was a button. There's actually a board here that I took out. I put it in here because I don't want people to get shocked. Because I actually, like I said in my other video, I actually have an employee to work for me. And he actually sits here and he cuts all these things for me. So I didn't want him to get cut. So, I mean, electrocuted. So I put this here. But this is the cord in here. Sorry if am I out of focus? This is the electrical cord that it's like it plugs into a 110 outlet. And this is the thing that I took it out from. This here was actually come from somewhere else, and I just I actually made this so it can wind the cord together when it's in storage. So that's my cord keeper. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit. This is just a simple cutter, a Y cutter, and I cut that so it can fit into here. These are actually guards. This is a guard for doors, not doors, but windows. This is to put it in so kids won't, take it apart or whatever. And two of those was like $5, I think, something like that. It's like a guard. And then I have for the switch that is here, I'm going to show you in a minute for that switch to turn that on. And here at the end here is actually this has come from a chair. It's bottom of the chair, so I drew a hole to it, and if you feed the wire through like this here, it actually made the wire straight, and it's also pulled on a little bit, so it give a little tension. So it's like a tensioner. I'm gonna go down through the thing here. So from here, that's where you feed the wire through, and the wire would come to here. You can see, and then from here I have a ruler. Now this ruler here, the last time it was cut was for 10 inches long, so that's there. So I get all my guide all the way to here. So then it goes all the way down there, as you can see. I didn't want to cut the board out, so I left it as is. But if enough requests on this, then I'm gonna cut it so I can make a video out of it. On this side here, because you got to sit on this side, and you feed the wire through once it gets to here where you want, okay, and then you press this red button like that. Once you press this button, this got actuated, and it just press it in like this. Oops, let me take that out, and it pops back out. So it takes less than a second to hit that, milli of a second, and it hits that right there, and it cuts. That's it, simple as that. The only thing that is not simple, which I could not invent, was this part here, because see how that is, and there's a little actuator comes out and it hits it. And the reason, and another thing, the reason I put this is that the finger cannot be in, because it's so big that your finger cannot fit through. So that's why it was there. That's a safety. And it'll fit wire. You can fit up to probably like, I don't know, I tried 10 gauge wire. But if you have like bigger ones, then you would have to switch this thing right here. And this is switchable as well. When this gets dull, you can either sharpen it, take it out, sharpen it, and then, or put another one if you want. I made it in the way that it's actually, you would able to do that. For down here, basically just securing it to where I wanted. And I put another piece of wood down here so I can have that. And I tried it a little bit lower, just one a little bit lower, but it didn't work too well. So I put it up here. And for this here, I use these things. So it's sort of like a clamp on. So it's just holding on to that. I used 3 of them there. This came from the contraption itself. So I put this here to hold on to the wire so it won't slip or anything. And then this is where my little switch are right here. I don't know if I'd be able to view that. Let me see if I'd be able to view that. You see how that is? Let me zoom out. Damn, this camera. I don't like this camera. It's supposed to like focus, but it doesn't. Okay, there's actually like an eye, and when that eye goes through, it actually bounces and it turns on this thing here, this board, and that board will tell this thing to pop or push, whatever that you call it, to push in like that. And I wasn't able to because I didn't want to take that board out because I don't know how much actually electricity is in here. So I got scared. I didn't want to like electrocute myself or whatever. So I kept the board. I should have measured it, but anyway. And then there's like a little eye here. So I have to fool the eye by making oh, sorry, out of focus. Making a thing here, and when you push it, it blocks the eye. See that? So when press it in, you see this thing goes all the way, and then I curve this. I use a card, a gift card, to stop this thing from going further than it is. Oops, out of focus again. But anyway, so basically, all this is just a piece of paper that you press in and out right there. Stupid camera doesn't focus. What the hell? This piece of paper just go in and out and blocks that eye. That's it. That's all it does. And by blocking it, it turns the this on to make the contact. And that's it. The stapler cost me, I don't know, $30. It was one of those cheesy staplers. And all you really need actually is to have this here. Press it one time, like powerful enough to press it. And then it goes through that. And it cuts it. That's it. And that's how I did that. So if I have enough requests from this video, maybe if someone wants to do one, to make your life easier, if you cut a lot of wires or whatever, then I'll probably go into detail, but I'm not sure if people want to do this at all, because it's pretty much like for my business, cutting a lot of wires, but I'm not too sure if people do want to. But anyway, so that's all it is. I mean, it's just a simple concept. And I'm making out a stapler, electric stapler. So from electric stapler to a wire cutter, and that's it. I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, all it is just I don't know if there is something out there in the market actually. Just when you press a button, it just go like that. See there? Just like when the stapler. When the stapler, when it's staple, when you stick a piece of paper in, it presses the thing in. That's it. And that's all it does. It is a little, like, they design it really good, and it's a really good contraption. So when I saw it, I was like, you can be doing something with that thing. And the stapler wasn't doing any good job or anything. It's just that I don't use electric stapler that often. So I took that apart, and that's what I robbed from that. I robbed the electronic part. I robbed this part, and I robbed that eye part. Like I said, that eye is actually it's like a switch. But I don't know, maybe you can actually make something, and when you press the button, it might work on that too. Maybe just like a solenoid feeds the power to this, and then from this power would go into that. But it might have a step down, I'm not sure, and then that might act as a step down, because I don't know how many voltages in here either. So like I said before, I didn't want it to complicate things, so I robbed that part there. And that's all that was. So I don't know, maybe someone wants to do one of these. If there's enough requests, then I'll make a video. I'll take it apart and I'll show you how to put it all together. Anyway, that's about it.